in this race, having been dropped. I just saw Antoine Bergeron of Canada just go across the finish line with a group of riders, including a Slovenian rider tucked in there as well. That time, the main peloton comprised 42 riders. There's a little group of riders behind him, may well get themselves back into the peloton, but predominantly that acceleration, that lap, kind of split the peloton nearly in half. Such was the acceleration, the attacks that happened on that lap. So we've gone from 98 riders in the peloton at the end of lap number 8 to 81 to 83. A couple of riders came back. So when we went across the line, the main bulk of the peloton was 44 riders. It's amazing how this race is just going out the back. It's just attritional. Another move by Italy. I'm hearing the names of riders being dropped. This is Beckham Drake. Getting through the gels in the back pocket bit by bit. These two riders still believe that there's a medal opportunity up for grabs here for them. And now Italy start to move. Spain represented. Italy just trying to go across, and another counter-attack from behind, including Germans getting in the mix. Yet again, Spain are represented. They are really dynamic today. The Spanish team's hopes will be on Benjamin Noval for sure, but they've got some very strong bike riders in here. Van der Merwe, he's recovered well from that problem that he had. So the Italian rider at the front is trying to bring this group across now. There is this counter-attack starting to form. Spain are represented. It's Agostinaccio of Italy who started this little acceleration. Germany represented. Spain putting two riders into this group. Well, this group of riders now on the move. Benjamin Noval is in here. Castro is in here for Costa Rica. Agostinaccio at the front. The two Spanish riders are in here. Cubillas and Noval. And also in this group of riders is Zeno Winter. They're working well together. This is a very, very strong group of bike riders. Agostinaccio winner of Trofeo San Rocco in Italy. We reached the bottom with about 47.7 kilometres to go, so we've got about 2 and a bit kilometres to reach the base of the cobble climb, and I wonder then whether this group of riders will really accelerate to try and put themselves into the lead firmly and start to grow an advantage over the peloton behind. Well, there's some useful riders in that chase group, isn't there?
There's about 1, 2, 3,
Benjamin Noval, 16 years of age and already signed with Ineos Grenadiers.
Looks like it is coming to.
He is the rider that everybody has wanted. So far this season, Benjamin Noval has just won everything. It's been incredible. He won Trofeo Santiago, he won the Challenge Comarcas, he won Race Trofeo Vincenzi Lopez, he won the general classification in the Nations Cup in Baron in Pavia del Grappa. He won Volta Ciclista Besaya, he won the Spanish Junior Time Trial and the road race. As our next rider drops, this is Goldstein.
And here comes our Tissot car as Rwanda signing in for the U23 men's.
So Benjamin Noval, at only 16 years of age, just the hottest property in junior cycling. Stanacchio at the front. Pushing the pace on. The peloton is only 33 seconds behind right now. Well, this group of riders is really starting to increase the tempo now as we make our way onto the cobbles. So this time round we'll have 3 laps of racing to go. Beckham Drake on the front. He has been the animator of this breakaway today. Since he got to the front, he went straight to the front. He was the rider who accelerated and took Van der Merwe with him. You wonder how long the legs are going to hold out. The peloton has gone back to 55 seconds. He's been the driving force. He's been the rider who believes that this is the breakaway that can win this Junior World Championship. Now the Spanish team are a little bit in the ascendancy, but Belgium are also there with Stefan Kirkhover on the right-hand side, a medalist already in the time trial. He's been strong. Looks like the German rider Zeno Winter doesn't have the legs as he is distanced on this climb. The Costa Rican rider, great performance by him today as he just holds on to the back in that red and white jersey. %9 gradient. The British rider Peace is making everybody's legs hurt now. He's looked good throughout the last couple of laps. Matthew Peace. He's had a great number of results this year as well. He won the race in Cantabria in Spain. Now the neutral service, Shimano neutral service car goes through and goes up the road. Gran Premio El Barco, also Matthew Peace won. He was the winner of the Memorial Kelly Campos. He's trying to drive this one on a little bit. Could be us dropping in for Spain. Benjamin Noval goes through to the front. It's incredible to think this rider's 16 years of age. Castro of Costa Rica, right on the back of the group. Let's see whether these chasers can now get to the front. There they are. They can see our two leaders who've been on their own for a long time today. Can they get themselves across? Then the question will be, can Van der Merwe and Drake hold on to the momentum of this chasing group? It's always difficult, but let's see how they do. Sebastian Castro on the back for Costa Rica. He won a race in Italy recently. Grand Prix Cerreto Guidi. And there's the peloton, or what we'll call what's left of the peloton, in the background, trying to come across, led by a number of different riders. Looks like there's a lot of acceleration from behind. Could be Belgium, actually, who are trying to bring riders up. In fact, Poland, it's the Polish team who really now need to start to accelerate, and suddenly there are riders jumping on cross, trying to get into the slipstream of riders, realizing that maybe the race has gone forward and this is the moment. So Poland want to be in this move today. They want to get involved. It's Jakowiak of Poland, the rider we talked about right at the start. He's had a bit of sickness this week, but he's feeling better. 17 years of age, rides for the feeder team of Bahrain Victorious. You can tell that with that white and blue helmet that he's wearing. So we come up to complete a lap, and this time we'll have 3 laps of racing to decide a junior world champion. Last time we had 44 riders in a peloton. This time we're just going to have groups of riders dotted all over the hillside.
Big chase group, but here come Nicolas Van der Velde, and right on his wheel, still there, Beckham Drake. And here comes the chase group. So they are. We're
going to complete another lap now. This time 3 laps of racing to go. Drake and Van der Merwe realise they're about to get some fast-moving company. The Polish rider is also jumping across to the chase. We're going to end up with a front group of riders, and I think the strongest riders survive. The average speed drops by 0.17 of a kilometre an hour, so not significantly. They have really fired the whole way through this race. Italy trying to get on terms. Eritrea still represented in this race by Naom Ephraim. What a ride he's doing. The peloton come through, and they're not that far behind. Only 30 seconds now. This race is significantly shrinking. So maybe the peloton have done the right thing in just conserving energy and waiting for the right time. There are still 44 riders in contention. Through the feed. Oh, drops a bottle, the Canadian. That's not good news. I do wonder about soigneurs standing in the pits when they see a rider from a nation drop a bottle and they don't just hand them one. It's something that we've talked about a lot in commentary, about in particular in Grand Tours and things, where you just see soigneurs refuse to give a rider a bottle. I don't understand it. I never have done. To use nutrition as a tactical advantage when a rider is in the heat like this, I just think is not the right thing.
isiganwa mu bagabo bari munsi y'imyaka 23 munsi y'imyaka 23 rero batangiye no gusinyara kuri stage cyangwa se kuri podium rero mucho wigare.
Some lovely slow motion shots. The peloton that time across the climb was led by Roberto Capello, again of Italy, Karl Herzog of Germany, Naum Ephraim of Eritrea. What a ride he's doing today. He really is looking great for the African nations. Mats van den Einde of Belgium, Tom Sterneman of Switzerland, Calderon of Colombia is still there, Harry Hudson of Great Britain, South Africa's Josh Johnson, he's doing a wonderful ride today as well. Ashton Barry is still up there for the USA. So the two leaders nearly caught, but not quite. A big group of riders now behind them, having merged. As Beckham Drake again checks over his shoulder, and it's the Polish rider that we've been talking about who jumps away to try and put himself in the front group. Jan Jakowiak was 7th in the individual time trial. With that little bit of sickness going now, he's clearly starting to feel so much better. If you've just joined us now and you want to follow us now for the next 3 laps of racing, thank you for being alongside us for this World Championship. The race situation is evolving right now as we make our way into the real finale of this race, and it's Beckham Drake and Van der Merwe, who we've talked about all day today, who are there at the front. Behind them, though, a big chase going on and a merging of different groups. This is the main peloton. Caregui of Spain is there at the back. Also at the back of the peloton is Mendes of Bolivia. He's doing a good ride today. But in that chasing group of riders, some real strength. Oh, Van der Merwe, he's either decided to wait and just have a little bit of a rest, cleverly, or he's starting to suffer. Ashton Barry at the back here, number 26. And Giacomo Rosato there in the blue jersey. Number 102 we just saw there is the South African rider Josh Johnson. Australia have still got some riders in here. Lucas Stevenson is still there for Australia. And Van der Merwe, I think, has come to the end of his time in the lead. Now what he needs to do is just see whether he can recover. Looks like Van der Merwe might be cramping up. Johan Blanc at the back here for France. Johan Blanc was quite dynamic earlier on in the race, looking to try and get across to the leaders at one point. Now he's sitting on the back. Maybe he's had to just give himself a little bit of recovery time. And that's how things look from the back of the race. Gives you an idea of the rise up towards Kigali Golf again, and the little group of riders going away. This is a sense of what you see if you're at the back of the peloton. Agostinacchio is at the back for Italy. And still, this rider pursues the gold at the front, Beckham Drake. He's still riding as though he thinks, OK, I'm still here, you come up to me. I'm not going to wait for you. Every time he comes into this corner, though, he takes a very different line to what you might expect. We really are ticking through the kilometres now. We get to the main part of Kigali Golf very soon. This is the kind of run into it. with the greenery on the left-hand side and the buildings to the rider's left-hand side. It feels quite intense as far as the heat is around here. The rider from Poland out. They've still got a representative. That's Gankars. Salvary Gankars, who's out. He's abandoned.
This is to remind you we are having men under 23 sign on. Please welcome Team South Africa.
Can Beckham Drake continue like this? 24 degrees now. So since we started, the temperature